I've like fully become blackpilled on any and all family vlog type content.
Yeah, no children should be online. If you have a child, don't post them online.
If you're a private citizen, I don't care.
Family channel.
You know what I mean? Like if you're a private citizen with a public Instagram, I don't care. But there are risks and there are like weirdos.
Yeah, like if you have like, you know, it's just your small circle and you want to show your kids on Instagram, sure.
But if you're doing content and the content is around your kids, stop.
And then if the content, even if you were doing, you know, not a private account, but just a personal account for friends, and then for whatever reason, your posts start getting a lot of traction, you don't even change the way you're presenting them, it just happens to connect with people.
Sure.
You can say that wasn't your goal, but millions of people are now looking at
I don't think you can make like an Instagram reel or a TikTok with your kid in it and just say it was like, that was private. I know you were talking about like Instagram accounts, but it's like the second with these algorithms, the second you're like, look at this funny thing my kid did. If you're posting a reel, then that kid might get super famous in an instant.
But I do have some empathy for that because if it's coming from a person that is like not a creator.
Yeah, they might not know.
You just don't, like there's a lot of things that like you think you know until things happen and then you realize you don't. But this is like, okay, full steam ahead. This is our content. I think this
already
woman,
a sinister
by the way,
image.
9 million on YouTube, 2.6 million on TikTok, mother of 2 sets of twins. I actually didn't realize that part. So that already is enough, BT dubs.
Not to be rude, it is weirder that they're twins.
Yeah, twins are weird.
It's kind of twisted.
She's speedrunning Eddie Burbeck videos.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking about. It's like I have made multiple pieces and used these things to show like how disconnected and dystopian things are, and she's like maxing on the stuff that I was making.
She's about to Uber Eats order from like Mama's real Italian kitchen restaurant that's real.
Brick and mortar with bitchin' sauce.
Brick and Morty.
Yeah, a restaurant that clearly can't be legal. Mickey Mouse's Epic Burger.
She gets in the Waymo. Ted's there, like, want to drive her over the country? No! Okay, wait, so then what else is she doing in this?
If you're just wearing it, what's like the implied augmentation? Because she was using her phone.
So, yeah, what I'm confused about here is, and I don't think she's cropping it because for people that don't know, I made a whole video about the Vision Pro and how I think that
here we go.
I mean I think a new model is going to come out, so it's like I have not nearly, you know, my side nearly has not won this battle against it, but basically my whole thing was that like we're already so, you know, connected to the internet, putting it between your eyes and reality is like a step too far and will, like, you know, completely
even getting peripheral vision of reality is like too overwhelming.
It's like, you know, a cool sci-fi idea. But then so basically what I'm confused about here is that the video of her phone that looks POV doesn't look like it was shot on a Vision Pro, or maybe she's cropping it to be, but it looks like it's just another phone filming her phone.
The Vision Pro doesn't have any kind of like the fidelity of it doesn't make your phone screen like harder to look at.
Oh, no. Yes, it does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
right.
Your phone is like impossible to read.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Eddie, I think you're right, because who's filming this, right? So they already have someone filming.
Somebody else's child.
It's so far I don't get why she's wearing the Vision Pro other than to seem like she's doing something futuristic and calling a Waymo.
She's tech mom. That's why she's wearing chrome shoes.
I'm also
like
willing
the Disney Channel chrome shoe mom of technology would wear.
Yeah, that one, when you watch it again, a lot of problematic stuff in that one.
I'm also willing to bet that from my experience with the Vision Pro, maybe there is. I doubt there's a Waymo app. Like there were so many apps that you're like, oh, there's not a Vision Pro version. And then
just log into MapQuest.
Yeah, sometimes you could boot up stuff that were like iPad versions. So maybe
I don't know. You raise a good point. Like we just saw her whip out her phone, so it's like,
oh yeah, to call the Waymo. So she didn't. Yeah, she's not.
So she's taking that thing on and off, or having someone else. No, she's taking it on and off because it's her hand.
It's like wearing non-prescription glasses, but they hurt.
We can catch up to where we are. I don't have as many problems with the Vision Pro if you just like stay at home.
It's more the there will be blood son she's drinking.
So we're getting in a Waymo. She can't see for shit. So
she stumbles into a Waymo.
Hello from Waymo.
Is this going now by second? Oh.
We were.
How long is this trip?
Forget your phone. Your future self will thank you.
Did you hear it? It said future.
Yeah.
The car said future. It's kind of like everything we're doing.
Dude, it's like, you seen Black Mirror?
Whoa. What the hell is in the top left-hand corner? Why is my name there?
Oh, it's a store for uglies.
Why is that?
It's this.
Oh, fuck that robot.
Dude, I ranted about this the other day. I don't know if it was on the Patreon or regular, but this has been happening a bit lately. I'll just see something and I'll just start yelling. I'll just go, so when's life? We're creating a lack of friction to get to what? The grave? Yeah. So I have to wear my Apple Vision Pro with my automatic shoes that float me slightly above the ground on my Marty McFly skateboard from Back to the Future 2, so I can drift towards a coffee shop where everyone is not there to get a coffee that's made out of platinum or something, to go back with my son who can't hear me because he's wearing headphones, and I assume sleep.
My son, I can't see because the pastor's not that great.
So I have to plug a MagSafe into my right eye to recharge myself.
I'm seeing my son through what is essentially FaceTime. And not actually, I'm seeing him through a camera lens.
I feel like the thing that makes me kind of like sick to my stomach about this more than anything though is just the like, this kid is not having a fun day with his mom, or the kid might enjoy it, I don't know, but it's just like the content stuff for this just makes me so grossed out, where it's just like, or just take him out and don't record it.
I know.
My son,
it's
like,
a yes
lightly
day
on the head.
where it's content.
Yeah. I feel like there, and it's something with the meta glasses too, there's something so intrusive about pointing the camera at somebody, and so it's like you gotta make sure it's okay. And then it's like, you know, we know this, but it's like a child can't fucking actually decide if it's all right with them or
Also,
not.
when it's like, no, I'm not making him work. I'm bribing him with stuff.
Like, oh, good. Yeah, because kids don't have currency, so that is the full thing you
Does
have.
he have a choice? Like, what is he going to say?
It's yes day.
future maxing, that's the whole point of the whole.
It's just, why do anything, you know? Just kill me with the robot. Just pull my head off.
Pours you into a latte.
Sorry, it took a really fucking long time to get that. That was a 15-minute coffee.
That was fucking robot.
Oh my god, yeah. This is like that morning routine video where like you actually look at what happens minute to minute. The minutes are moving like
Fucking
while
16
the arm
minutes.
is, it's like 12:09, 12:10, 12:11.
They paid 6 minutes after it started making
Dude,
the
is
coffee.
your time worth nothing?
Definitely a human. Yum, drink.
Yummy.
Whoa. That pizza was way faster than the coffee.
Have they spoken once? Have they said a word to each other this whole time?
Yeah, they have Solid Snake's like ear implant. So like, and he only has to speak with his throat.
She speaks to him through the headphones.
Yeah, she's there on the.
She sees him through the screen inside of the Vision Pro, and she speaks to him through the mic.
I just,
Mommy.
especially wearing this headset, I can't imagine robbing your child of memories where they can look in your eyes.
Yeah, they would remember you as a profile.
Well,
like,
yeah,
side
I mean,
on.
it's like
There's
a-
pass through.
Yeah, well,
you can have
do you
big
remember
face eyes.
The pass-through, yeah, is a screen of your
Hell yeah.
created eyes from your
Hell
avatar.
They
yeah.
remember you as a leader battle angel.
Speaking of
I love you.
The robot.
Cap.
What the fuck
Jacob,
was
can you
that?
back for a second? She has her.
Yeah, during a movie.
They have the flash on filming in the
Oh,
theater.
you're right.
Oh my god.
That's
look at how,
so
yeah.
right.
Look, there's people next to them. This is so infuriating to me. Oh my god, I would be so angry. I would probably say something.
I'm also angry on principle that she's got it on during the movie as if that's how she's watching the movie. What's the feed look like? Okay, so it's just like a lot of kids stuff.
Whoa. Hot pink. Whoa. We look at this, and I'm sure all three of us, not Jacob, Jacob has no morals. We watch this, right? And I feel one of the first instincts that comes to me is like, how do we feel about like reacting to this content with kids in it? Like, should we blur their face in the content? These aren't even our videos. And I'm almost like, is this unethical to put a child
That's
online?
always
Yeah.
a really good sign when you're like, oh, they beat me to 1 billion impressions of their kids' faces. I'm not going to do anything by blurring this, unfortunately.
Oops.
This stuff makes me sad.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're in California.
On the bright
and
side, it's extremely lucrative.
Yeah.
At least
how
how many
the children
hand
are.
over fist.
They have one of these robot dogs at home too.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
that's crazy to me
Oh,
as well.
cool.
Is this the one that like Kai Cenat had and they like kicked it on stream?
This looks like a Boston Dynamics dog, or one of the like cheap versions of
Yeah.
them. Or not an actual full Boston Dynamics
like-
one, but
Yeah, it does-
Anything else you could do with it aside from kick it?
I actually saw one of these on the street in DTLA. I think Drew and I were walking somewhere. I think we were walking from dinner somewhere. And it was, I think those cheaper ones have a remote control. And it was a guy walking his robot dog with a remote control.
Fuck.
And I don't think he was filming anything. And we just stared in awe. I had no idea what the fuck he was doing. Like, what's the point? Just to have people come out and ask you about it. And it's like, hey man, the cooler version of that is to get a real dog and like have
The
people ask about
conversations
how
are
cute
way
they
cooler.
Are. Like, that'll get you talking to real people.
God, that legitimately put a chill down my spine.
They used
I
to-
don't know why.
Yeah.
Like even more so than I'm just kind of like, oh, that's cringe. That like hit me in like a. I think it is. It's just making me. I'm already a little too nihilist for my own good sometimes, but that really puts me in like a. Do I even want this? Do we even do this shit? Like, what are we doing?
Say these kids grow up and it's like you're on a date. It's like, did you have a pet growing up? And it's like, well, in a way, in a sense.
But the deal was, if we get the pet, I have to charge it.
Right.
I have to clean up its oil.
Yeah, it pisses oil all over the. No, the plants.
I think to like sprinkle in like a tiny bit of optimism with it is that like it at the very least, I think, you know, not only with a lot of the stuff I've been making and the like responses I've seen from it, but also like friends that aren't like super online that I talk to, like back in Chicago or here, it seems like us included, there is kind of a growing movement of people who are like, tech feels very bad right now. And I'm not saying all tech is bad, but I feel like it's pushing a lot of us to like connect with like, okay, maybe I really do need to go outside. Like back in like 2014 when I was on Facebook, I wasn't thinking like, it's very important for me to get out in the sun and talk to people and have community. And at least there's a section of people that are like, all right, this makes me feel so bad. Maybe I need to think about what is fulfilling in my life.
I think
That's a silver lining to a horrible gray cloud though.
When we worked in that space, I kind of feel like that's like the professional version, adult professional version of the same experience you have as a kid when you're like keeping up with new graphic card releases or something like that, where the job you do, you might not find pieces of it compelling or you might be frustrated with something, but the environment you're in is convincing you that, yeah, but there's forward momentum. Like you might be spending all your time on Facebook circa 2007, but by doing so, it's almost like watching, I don't know, like a Pixar movie as moral action. Like, yeah, the media I consume and the tech I use, that is the same as expressing principles and like being a person. I'll always add the caveat of technological development for like stuff like the Boston Dynamics robots and stuff like that. Good for accessibility purposes long term. That is what you want it for.
And then the money is made for military purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking flamethrower.
The annoying thing is like the perversion of any perceived value in these things, because it's horrible PR because it makes everything feel useless.
Yeah.
And there is like valid applications of these things when every example you see is the dumbest shit in the world. If you have any sort of like techno optimism, it's like you're going against the grain to say, oh well, there's not all bad apples or whatever.
Well, yeah, most of
It
those
feels embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, dude.
Most
Yeah.
of those good use cases don't make a profit, and so they're
Exactly,
not.
yeah.
They're either going to be abandoned or are just not the reason they're happening. You know, I'm sure like, you know, we rag on the AI space. Like I know there's accessibility stuff that comes with AI that's like pretty okay. It could be really good for a lot of people. That is not the reason that it's like a tens of $billion industry.
Yeah.
That there's like but Google's not like, we gotta start making data centers to make sure that people can like translate language quickly.
We got to put AI in this toothbrush somehow.
So it yells at you.
to sell more teeth.
Your
or
teeth
whatever.
are-
Yeah.
The teeth industry is really
Dude, we
flopping
gotta,
AI.
dude. We gotta.